I am out here because I am part of the masses of people in St. Louis, and soon to be in the nation that is exhausted and fatigued with the progression of police genocide. It's not police brutality anymore. It's genocide against young black Americans. This is a quote that came up on Monday in a discussion about Ferguson, Missouri. And there are parts of this I get that, and I get what it's trying to say, that police actions against African Americans have escalated, and they have escalated to a point that is no longer acceptable. But I don't think genocide is the right word to describe it. Genocide, as it is defined, is the deliberate killings of a large group of people based on ethnicity or race. And yes, some of these killings are influenced by ethnicity or race. So that part, I understand how the connection is being drawn to genocide. But the part about it being deliberate and the large group of people, I don't see the connection. One, I don't see police as deliberately setting out and starting their day saying, I am going to kill a African American teenager today. Now, you can count me out as a optimist, but that's what I think. I think there is some influence from the subconscious of subconscious racism and societal racism that very well can play a role in these situations, but I don't think the police are deliberately doing this. And then also, I have trouble with the idea of calling this a genocide just because of the size of the issue. Yes, there are a ton of people that are very actively fighting this and very passionate about this topic, but it's not a large group of people that have been killed. It's a couple people, at least that have hit the headlines. It's been 3 or 4. Now, maybe there are many more that haven't hit the headlines, but if I shoot extremely high, maybe it's 1,000. Maybe. But that seems really high. And if you take that 1,000 people killed by police officers that are African American, and you compare that with the number of Jews killed in the Holocaust, there's no comparison. And if you look at there have also been a lot of other Asian and African genocides where entire populations are killed and wiped, and it's just a much bigger thing. Even 1,000 people is, well, it's a lot. It's not worthy of being called a genocide. Now, I do think the structure they have it at the end of it is no longer this, it is now this, that it makes sense. But instead of it saying it is no longer police brutality but genocide against young black Americans, I would put it is no longer accidents or mistakes. It is police brutality against young black Americans. It was mistakes. Maybe the first time it was a mistake. Now, I don't buy it. I don't believe that it is now a mistake, that it is coming up so often, and it seems to be focused heavily around African Americans. Now, though I'm arguing it is not a genocide, I'm not saying that it's not something that we need to do something about. It's a huge issue in society, and it has to be dealt with. I just don't think deeming it a genocide is the right way to classify this. I think there are better terms like police brutality to describe the situation.